Y'all laughing at me.
We're going to have some fun.
If not for anything, child, look, this is the best it's going to be.
We love it. I love it.
Look at the back.
Leave him alone. Leave it. Well, don't you wake him up.
It's Rick and Sasha with George Willborn, and guys, we got a special guest. Sasha, you want to do the honors?
Let me just say this. This television show, Girlfriends, changed many African-American women's life. She was one of the main cast members, loved all that attitude, spiciness, always rolling her eyes, snapping fingers, and saying something crazy. Oh, my God. Give the love to my girl, Golden Brooks. Hey, boo!
How are you?
Fantastic.
Listen, I'm up early, as we just said in our pre-production here. Bed is not made.
Okay.
It's all right.
But I got some lashes on. I got the unit on. The
Wait a minute. We have to tell them what the unit is, Golden.
You want me to let them know, girl?
Go ahead.
Okay, honey. Let me let you know. This is what you call a lace front.
Yes.
With an extra heat.
And an A after front.
To cover up all of her issues.
Hey, Golden, how many of those girls do you have, the lace fronts?
Okay, we have names. This is Esmeralda.
Where is she from, by the way? Where is she from?
She's a little hybrid. She's Indonesian. With a little Brazilian. Okay. She's an off breed.
Now,
How
Sasha,
often do you actually wear your own hair?
Oh gosh, when I'm not on camera.
Right.
I know you're not working because
let's do something different. We don't see many women do this. Let's just be real people. We're ready to just take it off.
Just yank that boy on off. You know, you and
You got
Sasha,
some money? You have some money?
Thank you.
You need money.
What?
We're not talking
You
about
need money, yank it off?
money.
Just imagine how this would go so viral right
Okay.
now. Alicia Keys took off her makeup.
Hey, listen.
You two take off your lace fronts right now.
Listen, you know how liberating that will be and how empowering that will be for women all over this country, actually all over this world. If you all joined hands right now, virtually, and just on the count of three.
Like my girl Viola on How to Get Away with Murder, which was like probably one of the most epic scenes that I've ever seen.
Oh, yes.
TV. I mean, that just showcased so much.
Absolutely.
So much.
Totally.
Yeah.
You feel us.
I do feel you.
Well, I'm not going to do it.
However, on today.
Golden Sasha.
Come on, Golden. Look. All right, hold
on. Golden Sasha. Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
Come on, Sasha. You going to take it off?
Go for it.
Come on, Sasha. Come on, Sasha. Come on, Sasha.
Well, you can see me take my unit off and I forgot to take my
on. Oh, that's funny.
I do take my unit off in the amazing waiting room, long look in the mirror. However, it's a little bit different because there's makeup to make me look as if, I've lost my hair due to breast cancer. But it's still a very good moment. But most of the time I do wear my own natural hair. I post my own natural hair. And it is a really big deal with us sisters. Am I right?
Yes, it is. And it's a really big deal with the fellas too. Yeah. Because they say one thing. They like, we want the long hair, the curly hair. Then if you go natural,
Golden, Sasha, I'm not sure if I believe that to be true because a lot of the men I know, they really don't care that much either way, about weave or not weave. I mean, I'm a man that I just don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care. I feel like whatever it is that makes a woman feel better about herself, feel good about herself.
You're so politically correct.
No, I'm telling you how I'm telling you how I honestly have felt for many, many years of my life. Almost my whole life I felt like that.
You're different.
You are a righteous
I'm not
brother.
That dude. I'm not that dude.
You don't live here in LA.
I do not. I have before though. I felt that way when I lived there.
Well, why didn't I meet you before I had my baby girl?
Oh, shoot. How old is your baby girl?
I shouldn't call her baby girl. She's damn near an adult. No, she's 11.
Okay.
But she's going on 22. These
I have an 11-year-old girl too. I
Oh,
know. I
bless
know it.
you.
I know it. I know, right? And
Oh
she just
my-
got her toenails painted for the first time yesterday.
Oh, you're
wow.
your daddy. So
Self-proclaimed tomboy. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a beautiful thing. Keep that going because
Yeah.
all the others, I mean, I love my baby girl. She's my best friend, but she's like a mix of very athletic and very girly at the same time. So,
Right.
but that's great. That's great. Her
Yeah.
toes being painted for the first time. Beautiful. Keep going down that road.
Hey,
good.
Golden.
Where's your
tell-
yeah,
I'm
go
sorry. Go ahead, Rick. No, go ahead, Rick.
No, I'm saying. So where's your daughter? Has
She actually, she just woke up a little bit ago, got her ready for her first Zoom, and then her dad just picked her up to finish Zoom school at his place. We live about 20 minutes away from, maybe even less, like 15 minutes away from each other. So,
okay.
Do we know his dad? Do we know her dad?
DB Woodside from Lucifer.
What?
Yeah. Temptation.
Nice.
Y'all know the brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sasha doesn't know who he is.
And that's nice. Yes, I do. It's nice co-parent. Sounds
Okay.
like it's cool. You know, I'm
She doesn't
nosy,
know who he
girl.
is. Yeah.
You guys are funny. I love all three.
We know him as my man.
Watch this. Sasha, describe him. Describe him.
He's black. He's tall.
Gorgeous.
Yes, he's fine. Okay. Yeah, he's very
And
muscular.
very talented. Very, very beautiful
Okay.
actor.
Shut up, Rick. Okay. And let me continue. Hey, girl. I know it's been talks. I know it was the reunion of girlfriends. God, how many years?
Oh gosh, it's been 20 years. I can't believe it. I was
Jeez.
like a different person. I had different cells then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tracy and Jill and Persia and I and Reggie, sometimes we actually just did the Paley Fest and with Mara as well. And we were literally like, I mean, we've grown up together. I can't believe it's been 20 years. It's just, I mean, it's mind boggling. And it's amazing how none of us have aged.
No, none.
No, now that's a true
love it.
statement. All of you all really do look incredible.
Beautiful.
Seriously.
I've got on so much concealer, but this case is no, but it was such a great time. We always talk about it, Tracy and I especially. It was a time where Black women weren't really viewed in that multi-dimensional way. We talk about it now, and it just seems like such a it's table talk, but I think back then, it was a really big deal. We were one of the first shows where you saw African American women actually eat sushi, do yoga, actually wearing beautiful clothes. We weren't
Absolutely.
in the background. We weren't peripheral characters that you just saw every other episode to bring
Right.
the main girl. We'll go leave Sally Sue's name out of this.
Yeah.
But a cup of sugar. We were the main characters with real stories, real issues, with arcs. That's a very big deal when you're talking about character. And we actually had an arc. You didn't finish us up in one episode.
That's right.
Things kept going, and that was rare for the African American actress. And so, Mara,
Is it coming back?
You forget all that.
Just is it coming back?
Well, I mean, because like in the age right now, when we see the total polar opposite and have seen that when it comes, and specifically to our Black women, we see them on reality shows, throwing glasses, fighting each other, snatching off units,
She
doing
does that too.
And so for us, girlfriends did none of that. When you look
What
back
did
at
it do
that,
for you,
it was.
George, when you watched it.
I'm sorry.
When you watched it, what did it do for you?
As an actor, I thought it was incredible acting.
Yeah.
First of all, I thought the storylines were incredible, and I was a married man. I have a daughter, so those issues, a lot of them that they addressed, I was having to deal with them in my home as well. So, for me, it was just a really quality show. Whether it was just I don't just watch manly shows, Rick, but nevertheless.
But you too, and I just want you in my life every day.
But I just wonder, was any of that on the set? Was any of that, tension there or any of that stuff that we didn't see? Thank God we didn't. Did it exist?
No, I mean, people, especially when we did the Entertainment Weekly Zoom about 3-4 weeks ago, I mean, people saw that chemistry was real.
Yeah.
I mean, we were 4 women that we were really all just getting started. I mean, Tracy and I had done a few things before, and I think Persia. But I mean, but Jill was just such a professional, such a beautiful actress. It was her first job, but damn, did she knock Tony out
Yes,
the park.
she did.
And I mean, I think all of us just wanted it to be good. You know what I mean? So there was no time for ego or any of that. And I mean, we literally, and Mara, you know, at the helm of this whole thing, she always had an open door policy. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. There were moments where there were some subjects that I felt like I had to fight for in terms of just where Maya was going. And I felt like Maya could have easily been that stereotypical character, but I was constantly fighting for her humanity, just her range and different colors. And Mara was she was very adamant about letting us know that these characters have to build up to that. You have to gain the audience's trust, and you know, they have to cry, they have to be angry, you have to do all these things before you can get to the next page. And so it's hard because as an actor, you're like, no, I want to get to like where I'm like professional and I'm this and I'm that. She's like, Golden, just we're gonna get there. You gotta get people emotionally invested. And but I think we did that. But no, there wasn't no cat fights, nothing like that. I think we just all were new and fresh and wanted this thing to go. No one ever thought it would go that long.
Oh, I did. The first episode.
Really?
I'm curious, Golden. Recently, I heard about Reggie, who played William on the show, which he did a phenomenal job too, that he's been having some health issues. Have you spoken to him, and how's he doing?
Yes, we actually did a interview last week, a Zoom interview for the Paley Fest, and he's wonderful.
Okay, good.
He's out of the hospital. He's strong. We have prayed for him, and he's such a resilient man. He's just a brilliant actor. No one does it like Reggie Hayes.
Yes,
he's brilliant.
Now, who was his character on the show?
William. He was William, and he and Joan were both
hilarious actor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just phenomenal actor.
And Joan, her goal was to be partner, but as a woman, you know, these are also issues that Mara was tackling back then. And Kelsey Grammer, can't forget him, how he had his hand in this. And I mean, there's a lot of class, gender, race, issues that were popping off way before before they were popular topics.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
So you take a person like Kelsey Grammer, and he's not, you know, in the community. What was it like to say, well, Kelsey, it's not quite like that, it's like this? Was he open to listening and changing things up a bit?
That's a really good question. He was, and I think because our creator is an African-American woman who is very progressive and very affluent. But, you know, the thing is, I think you have to kind of come from a few different pieces of your background. Like I'm sure all of us have family members of different ranking in terms of, you know, class and socially and education. I think you have to really know your community in order to make sure you're sending out the right message. And I think Kelsey really took to Mara for that stamp of, okay, this is the right way to go on this. And I think, I mean, Tracy, Jill, Persia, myself, and Reggie, I think we were all pretty conscious and woke, you know, even back then, to where we really knew where we felt like it may be pushing over to the other side of saying something different. But remember, back then, there was no Instagram. There was no social media. So the only time you knew you weren't doing something right is when you were at the Walmart and someone came up to you and was like, girl, I don't know what you was thinking, Maya. Leaving the We don't do that. Black people don't go to therapy. They go to church. What's wrong with you? Like, so I think, you know, that's what we had. We just kind of had word of mouth, you know, or your family member calls you. So you kind of just took, you know, a leap of faith and hoped that you weren't offending anyone. But I think we really, I don't think we were. So.
Girl, I just pray that the show come back and now you transition and you're in a new role with fighting breast cancer. Girl,
yes.
I did see a little bit of it. It is very powerful, Golden. It's a different Golden actress in this new movie. Tell us about the new movie, baby girl.
Thank you so much. I just love you. I'm The thing is, as an actress, you want to expand, you want to explore these different sides of yourself, right? I mean, I think prior to this, when I did I Am the Night on TNT, I don't know if you guys saw that with. It was directed by Patty Jenkins, who did Wonder Woman, and it sort of opened up that vessel for me. And it was such a dark character. And after I did that, going through such a metamorphosis aesthetically and just creatively, I knew, I said, Golden, you know what, I want to tap into this more. We're all actors. We all can do so many different things, but sometimes your talent will only go as far as the roles you get. And I know that it's horrible. People think, oh, she can only do this or she can only do that. No, this is a business where it's not like a free for all. You get what you get. And, until you start producing and directing your own thing. But so when I got this, Vanessa Bell Calloway, a very good friend of mine who I just adore, asked me to come and join this. And she told me what it was about. And I've had family members who have passed away from cancer, not breast cancer, but different types of cancer. So the subject was really, really close to my heart. And a mother-daughter relationship, as we all know, a mother-daughter relationship sometimes can be very strained. And it tackles a lot of that. It tackles the coming of age story of this young girl, and then a coming of age story for the mother who has a cyclical full turn when it comes to her daughter, and the sickness actually brought them closer. And yeah, I mean, it's and she's also youth obsessed. She has a boyfriend much younger than her, which, it's very telling. I won't give it all away, but these things happen as we enter into another part of our lives in terms of women and trying to be desirable. And is sickness desirable? Is sickness sexy?
Right.
No,
sickness is not sexy.
No.
Right.
But she hung on to that. She tried. And that's what I wanted to tap into. It's something we don't really talk about. We hide our sickness because we want so badly for men to want us or to be desirable. And who will love me? Who will want me if I look this way? If I'm hurled over a toilet throwing up, who's going to hold me and protect me?
That's
and
real.
I think that's a fear for a lot of women, and especially Black women, because Black men and that Black love, we struggle with that. I mean, we all know that, so I think there was a lot of that I tried to put into this character. Those are very real topics in our community. And especially when you know how you've gone through life looking and handling yourself, and to have to switch that up, it can be a little you have to switch a lot of pieces of who you are as a woman. So yeah, I thank BET Her, Tressa Smallwood, her company, Mega Mind. I mean, the things that they're doing, trying to get our stories out there. I'm just in awe of
That's awesome.
And it's going to air on Friday, October the 17th, right?
Yes, and there's two of them. I think ours is up first.
Yes, it is.
But there's two different stories. One by Vanessa Bell Calloway and then Cheryl Lee Ralph. So there's two. So I want people to not think that they're one.
Right.
There's two separate ones. But yeah, I mean, I think what BET is doing with the Breast Cancer Awareness Month and this initiative to get the message out there and these stories, I think a lot of women and men will be able to connect to this and giving just giving light onto this struggle that's really prevalent in our community.
Well,
men can watch this?
Yeah, you can watch it.
Oh, all right, Rick.
I'll think about it. Hey, Golden, really quick. Oftentimes life imitates art, right? And when you think about your show, Girlfriend, and it impacted so many lives, and then it was gone away. Then we had the Real Housewives of this and that. Do you believe if we had more shows like Girlfriend, we'd have a different class of young ladies out there today?
Such a great question. It's a big question because it's a question of creativity and it's a question of business. And I think when the reality show, and I hide from this, but I'm not going to hide from it. I did it. I
was waiting for you to say it.
I know. I was like sweep it under. But I've
wait, Golden. What was the name of the show?
You are so funny. It was called Hollywood Divas.
And I watched it.
Not my finest moment,
I
but
watched it.
here we are. This is what life is, right? We
Yeah.
all have chapters that we're kind of like, all right, we're just gonna go to the next. But let's go to chapter 10. But I think that the reality show is inexpensive to make.
Right.
It,
And there's a huge market for it. Unfortunately,
there's a huge market for it. I'm not going to put down any genre, because any sister out there that's finding her way, it may not be your way, it may not be my way, but it's finding her way, then, so be it. I think what it spawns can be a little bit, I don't want to say damaging, but I think that
Just say it.
I mean, how could it not be
Just
damaging?
say
When
it.
you look at some of the young ladies and how they act, how they dress, and of course everybody can do that, but
I don't think it's the best portrayal of us. I mean, listen,
Right.
That's fair.
I did it, and I'm not going to say it was my finest hour. I'm not going to say it was amazing. I'm not going to say it did anything for my brand. But you know what? I say I want to try everything. I want to see what this is. And it gave me an insight as to what this is. Listen, people want to make money. People want to get out there. People get lured in by the shiny golden carrot. And I get that. But once you get there, what are you going to do when you're there? I mean, you can get, I think look, there's so many ways to skin a cat. I think I love Nene Leakes. I love Kenya Moore. I think what they've done with their brand and turning it around and making it into something that's giving back or turning their careers around in a different direction, I think is beautiful. They're business women.
Yeah, they're business owners now.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, will I write a script about it and talk about that? Heck yeah.
Well, write a script and I want to play you. Okay.
I did. And you will.
Oh, did you?
I did write a script about it. Yeah, because the reality world space is very provocative.
Wow.
And you get and I don't care how much education you have, how much success you've had, it can really get you. It bites you. And all of a sudden you wake up and you're bitten by the reality show bug. And you keep thinking, how can I say this to make her feel like that? Or how can I do this to outshine? It's weird. It's like you're crabs in a barrel. It almost perpetuates the stereotype that we're trying to get away from, without you even knowing it. And
I could play it in a movie, but I could never do it.
Yeah,
if I could.
for me, I'm so private. The camera's on you all the time. And nobody wants to watch boring TV.
Nope.
So if you're gonna be lukewarm, don't do reality.
It's not gonna happen.
You want to turn up,
and
get it done, and you want people to like you, and you want to be in all the weekly tabloids, do the damn thing. For me, I can't do it. I need a script. I need to know what I'm saying. So back to your original question, I think that there needs to be more people of color behind the scenes, these studio heads, production companies, directors, and it's starting. I think it's starting. Has there been another Girlfriends? No. But I think that I think we can even go beyond that even. I think Girlfriends, we did it. I think that formula does work, but I also think there's other sides of us as Black women that I believe need to get out there as well. And that means we got to start writing. Time is not waiting for anyone. 2020 is a bitch. And so we got to just get out there and do what we got to do. We got to just write. You got to direct. You got to not waste time. You got a thought, write it down. You got a camera, shoot it. You cannot waste any more time. God is not playing around. So I feel like we need to really dig deep and start creating. And so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I think that people are thriving and thirsty just to see us. If it's got to be in a reality show, then they'll see it. They'll watch that. But I really I'm hoping that we see more of us on TV. I think Shonda Rhimes, I think what she's done has just been amazing.
No doubt.
I'm just proud. I'm proud to be a woman of color in this day and age, because I do believe that it's going to change. I cannot believe that it's not. I just have to believe that it is.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I already know that you working on another project and the deal is not signed, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I gets the info. Okay.
Yeah, girl, you the first one, and you know what? We got echoism, girl. This something. I don't know. I feel like was we separated at birth? You cute.
I think so.
Those cheekbones. I see it now.
Hey, y'all. the one, the only Golden Brooks.
Outstanding.
Thank you, darling. We sure appreciate you.
Yeah,
I
you-
I love you.
You're incredible.
Call you
Appreciate it.
later.
Likewise.
All right, bye-bye.